Are you ready for another meditation challenge?
We're doing it. We're here. We're opening the heart chakra. It takes time, it takes patience, but it can be done. A lot of people, they're just not familiar with the heart chakra or the chakras or the subtle body. And so this is one of my missions, is to bring this knowledge, bring this information, and bring these practices back to you. These are ancient practices. The method in which I'm showing you here in this 30-day challenge is known as single pointed mind. SPM for short. Single pointed mind is my favorite meditation technique. Because in fact, in truth, in reality, there is only one. Only one. There's only one. But why does everything seem so separate? Why does everything seem different? That's a good question. And this is something we should ponder on. Because, heck, all the masters, all the ancients, all the sages, all the enlightened beings of all time have always said that there is only one. We are all one. There's only one. And even if there's only one, how can we know that possibility? How can we know that that's even the truth? Because there's a me, and I am separate from you, and I am separate from my environment, and I am an individual. Duality is an illusion. We got two eyes, we got two ears, we got two arms, we got two legs, if we're lucky. So we're living in this divided, dualistic body. And so this is what creates this division, this separation, this duality. It's the mind. The mind is a tool of dissection. It karate chops, hi-ya, the competition. Sorry, I've been watching too much Cobra Kai. So this oneness, this mysterious oneness, what is it? How can it be? How can there be only one? There can be only one. But I experience the permutations and myriad differences amongst all different categories and things within the world. And yet, all these things are united in oneness. So, how does this relate to meditation? Well, in meditation, we seek to become still. And in this stillness is the secret. The secret to oneness. Because if we just know, and if we just take on faith the fact that there's only one, that it's all one, oneness, wholeness, unity, consciousness, if there is a uniting factor to all of this, to all of creation, including you and me, it must be at the center. It must be at the core, at the heart. And so this is why I bring you the heart chakra meditation. The importance of having an open heart. The importance of feeling love. Love is not just romantic love, the love between two individuals, or the love within your family, or you love your pet, or your new sports car, or whatever it might be. Love is a frequency. Love unites. Fear divides. Love is the secret. And so it's kind of important on your spiritual journey, on your journey to you. Who are you in reality if there's only one? This is the riddle that I bring to you today, my friends. Who are you if there's only one? If I am but a mere illusion of dancing electrons on an LCD screen that you're looking at right now. It's a mere illusion. This body will die, and the elements will return back to the earth. Sad, sad. It's not sad, is it? When we ponder our own death, there's fear. There's fear of loss. There's fear of losing the familiar. There's fear of losing friends, family, loved ones. There's fear that we'll be alone. All these fears come up when we think of death, when we think of loss. For most people, and this is totally normal, and if that's your situation, you have good reason. Because everything that we've been investing in, everything that we've put our effort into, will all be gone at death, unless we meditate. Okay, I see where he's going with this now. Well, it's true. I can't think of anything more important than meditation. Can you? Sure, we need to survive. Sure, we need to have money. We need to pay the bills. We need to have house. We need to have car. We need to have food. We need to do all those things to take care of this hairy bag of water. And it is pretty hairy. I don't know if you noticed, but... And we seem to invest everything into this body. But seldom do most people invest in what survives death, what survives change. And what is it that survives death? Well, the wisdom of the masters and the sages will tell you. We have many different bodies. In fact, in the science of yoga, they talk about the 5 bodies, the 5 sheaths, the 5 vehicles. And I touch on this in my programs. I talk about at least 3 of these dimensions of our self. We have the physical body. We have the subtle physical body, in which there are channels of energy flow, in which the chakras are 7 primary chakras and hundreds of smaller chakras, hands, feet, all over the subtle physical body. We have the mental body. We have a more deeper body. That's the body of willpower. And then we have the body of bliss, Anandamaya. And these are all very little known about. So I highly recommend, and perhaps I'll come on and do some readings here in the next few days from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, learning about these 5 sheaths, 5 bodies, these 5 coverings. So what survives death? Well, this body will die, but the other bodies go on. And if you're familiar with reincarnation, then you know a secret is that it's not necessarily a good thing to be born again and again and again. I mean, it's already happening to us, right? We think, oh, what a relief. I'm not going to die at death. But is this life a life of fulfillment? Sure, you may have fleeting glimpses of happiness. We get together with our buddies and we hang out and we have good times. And these are good. These are worth living for. But there's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of loss. There's a lot of depression. This world and this life is like a seesaw. It teeter-totter. It goes up, it goes down. We can't keep track of what's happening, and it just all moves so fast, and before you know it, your time's run out. You're on your deathbed. What are you going to do then? When your energies have dwindled, when your motivation is gone, and you only have the regret that you could have done something more. So I think it's a good thing to remind ourselves of the impermanence of this condition in which we find ourselves. And yet we become so attached to it. Attachment to the body will only give us short-term, temporary pleasure, which fades as we get older. So what is there? What is there to cling to? What is there to aspire to, Rob? Give me some semblance of hope here. And this is what I'm doing. Coming on every day, offering up a way to the truth, at least as far as I know it, as far as I've experienced it. The truth lies within your heart. This heart chakra meditation is more than just some facile passing bliss that we experience. As we go deeper into the heart, we can actually enter into the core of our being, the center, the bliss body, Anandamaya. It's always there. This bliss of life is always there. But the problem is that we've been conditioned to become attached to the body. We've been training ourselves day after day to be attached to the senses. And so our experience is limited in that regard. So in order to tap into our unlimited potential, we can discover a new aspect, or perhaps an ancient aspect of ourselves. And through the ability to feel the next body. When we're focusing on our heart chakra, we're tuning in to the energy body. We're tuning into the subtle physical body. Your subtle physical body is very similar to your physical body in that it's able to be restored, strengthened, fortified, fed. It's also able to be neglected, weakened, damaged. Very similar to our physical body. It's just a body of energy. But this body of energy is so important to our health, to our emotional state, to our mental state. And so when we focus on our heart chakra, it's more than just some facile bliss that we're chasing here. It's to restore the connection of the true nature of what a human life is. More than just the physical body. It's to restore our key access to higher dimensions, higher consciousness. When we can begin to live from the heart. As my teacher always said, he always quoted from a book called The Little Prince by Saint-Exupéry. It's a little poem that says, see if I can remember it. something to the fact of what is essential is invisible to the eyes. It's only with the heart that one sees rightly. And so what does that really mean? It's only with the heart that one sees rightly. It means that we can only really see the truth by feeling it, by feeling using our intuition. Our eyes can deceive. When we look out into the world, we see whatever we see. But if we can feel with our hearts, if we can see the true nature of others as also being that love, that bliss, then we are less likely to judge, we're less likely to have a lot of friction. This heart chakra is very powerful. It will bring you up in frequency. It will restore the health of your overall subtle physical body, which is why I feel like this is the one that's important to start with first. Of course, we've got the mystical third eye. Of course, we've got the powerful navel. And those are all important also. But without this, we're missing a very key ingredient to the success of not only our meditation practice, but our spiritual path in life. So, we're opening the heart chakra for those reasons. The heart chakra also enhances your physical immunity. The heart chakra is related to the thymus gland. We have a series of glandular systems that secrete hormones, chemicals, immune boosting chemicals into the body. So the open heart chakra actually increases your resilience. There's a lot of psychic energy within the world. We have a lot of Wi-Fi signals, 5G, all of this unseen energy affects us. But if we can strengthen our aura, if we can strengthen the subtle physical energy body, then this in effect acts to ward off, shield us from any sort of a negativity that we might encounter. It also shields us from any lower frequency, vibrational frequencies, energy frequencies, radio frequencies, Wi-Fi. All this great stuff that we all love because it connects us and it connects our technology may not be the healthiest thing. So it's important to become strong. It's important to become focused. Your ability to become still and hold your mind, hold your attention still, will bring you more reward, will bring you more strength than anything I can think of. Because what isn't? What is not based on our concentration? Now, concentration is only the first part. I'm a firm believer that we should begin the meditation practice with some sort of concentration exercise. This comes from my over 30 years of experience in meditation, and as a practitioner and teacher of meditation, I think it's important to experiment. It's important to be a scientist. It's important to try new things, but to always stick with the basics. There's two factors to meditation, in my opinion. There's the beginning, in which we focus. We focus on something in order to interrupt the automatic pattern of the mind, to interrupt the habits and the tendencies of the mental movement, the habits and the tendencies of the distractive nervous system of the body. And with our willpower, we hold our attention still. And it can be done, but it takes practice. It just takes some familiarity. It takes some time. It takes someone to tell you that you can do it too. And I'm here to tell you that you can do it. but it's something that you need to maintain. It's like a muscle. Yes, you can get stronger. You can lift heavier weights. But if you stop lifting heavier weights and you stop gaining strength, well, of course that muscle will become weaker. So your concentration ability is no different than a muscle. You have to train it. You have to practice it. But you also have to try hard, because we're attempting to interrupt a pattern that is very difficult to interrupt. If you've noticed, these tendencies we've been building all of our lives, these ways that we hold our attention, the tendency to have our attention revert back to our eyes, etc., etc. So it's important to bring your mind to a still point in the beginning, to interrupt the tendencies and to become still and stabilize. Stabilize our attention right here in the center. The second part, and perhaps even more important once we've gotten that down, is to let go of it all. Surrender. This surrendering is a letting go of the attachments. It's a letting go of the old ways. It's a letting go of the tension. Because what is tension except a holding pattern? Muscular tension, energetic tension. These are just holding patterns that we're used to. We're used to kind of holding from our experiences in life. We have developed many different tendencies to block energy, to protect ourselves, because we fear these negative energies, or this violent world, or these out of balance people. We don't want to feel that, so we tense up, we block up, and this block affects us psychically, because meditation and being a sensitive individual in this world is a double-edged sword. Because if you're too sensitive and you pick up on all the energies of the world and people around you, well, that can just end up being a mess. But if you're not sensitive, how are we going to discover the deeper parts of ourselves? So this is why the dual practice of stillness and surrender is very important, because through the stillness and concentration we become strong. We become strong. We do not allow for that negativity to affect us. And it's not even an allowance or not allowing or whatever. It's simply just the way we become. We become strong. We become focused is what it is. If you're focused on something, you don't really notice much else, do you? When you're really focused on something, the world itself goes away. Time seems to speed up. There's really just no reference to time or the outside world. And that's exactly what meditation should start as. It's called withdrawing from the senses. We have to withdraw from the external senses. And this can be difficult if we continually think of things that we need to do, if we continually have desires of, even the desire to feel something different than what we are can be a distraction. So what do I mean by that? Acceptance is the first step. When we come to our heart chakra in the beginning and we focus, and let's say we're not feeling the bliss, we're not feeling the heart chakra open yet, and then we struggle because we want to feel it, and my recommendation is to just accept whatever you're feeling here, whether it's numbness, whether it's a block, even if it's just pain. The first thing to do is accept the current situation, and with the understanding, faith, trust, patience, and diligence, knowing that just holding your attention here, that the heart chakra will eventually wake up. It will activate. It will turn on, because where the mind, where the attention is, that's where our energy will gather. That's where our energy will collect. And this energy will act as the activator for the chakra. What we focus on grows. What we neglect Doesn't. So when you focus on something, it's like you're watering the grass here. And through that attention that we're giving it, it grows. It activates. It becomes alive. It enlivens. And then simultaneously, we're letting go. We're becoming more and more effortless. In the beginning, there might be a tremendous amount of effort just to stabilize the mind so that it's not pulled back into the tendencies. Then after 5, 10, 15 minutes, we are continually letting go of this gross effort, and we're gently, gently holding. And then at a certain point, you'll be letting go, continually letting go of the tension. You're not distracted. And then all of a sudden, the moment will dawn where this effortless awareness is realized. And then you realize that you are that awareness. That is what you've always been at your center, at your core. Okay, so let's get to the meditation. Thank you for your patience. We're going to be doing 25-minute meditation. For the first 15 minutes, we're going to be focusing on the heart chakra. For the last 10 minutes, we're going to let go. And we're just going to allow whatever to arise. During that phase of the latter part, you may notice all your tendencies come back. Just relax, let them go, and surrender to the stillness. Stillness has a momentum. And it's just as the pendulum swings and becomes perfectly still. With patience, we will settle down. So let's begin by taking a few deep breaths. Take a big deep breath in the belly, in the chest, and then in the head. The wave breathing. Here we go. Clearing out those nasal passages. Stretching out those lungs. Breathing in that air, breathing in that prana, breathing in that chi. 2 more. Getting that energy going. Last one. Let it go. Now continue with your meditative breath, breathing in and out of the nose, into the belly. Forget about everything else. Become present where you are. Relax all the tension in your body, but maintain a good posture. Breathing like this will help you calm down, settle down. Find your balance. Let go of any tension you find in your nervous system, in your eyes. continue to let go of the hold that you have on yourself. Once the breath has settled down, place your fingertips in the center of your chest at your heart chakra. Now switch your breathing to feeling the breath coming in and out of the heart chakra in a cool manner. Continue breathing into the belly in the meditative breath, but feel the breath coming in and out of the heart chakra. Now become still. Forget about your breathing, just allow your body to breathe naturally. Keep and bring your attention to the center of the chest and feel the energy there. If it helps you to touch the center of your chest periodically to remind you where to go, that's okay. When your attention wanders, just bring it right back to feeling the center of the chest, even if it takes 100 times. The goal is to maintain the awareness, the attention at the center of the chest stably. Bring your attention to the heart chakra and feel that spot and hold there. Now let go of the focus and just surrender to the stillness, resting as awareness. Just keep letting go whatever arises. Take a deep breath. Slowly return back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a big stretch. That feels good. We've been away for so long. Welcome back. Good job, my friends. Congratulations, I can talk, to those of you who stuck with it. You are the ones who will make it. Yeah, so there you go. Another meditation. Another day, another meditation. During that last part where we're letting go and surrendering, our tendencies are so strong that there needs to be a continuous, moment-to-moment surrendering of control. It's almost as if we have to let go of the part of ourselves that we know. Dare I do a rhyme here? To allow that other part of ourselves to grow. God, I'm corny. But no, it's true. We have to, moment to moment, continually surrender until this stillness begins to manifest, if you will. And it takes practice. It takes courage to let go of that old self. But I'm sure, just like me, many of you find that your tendency is to imagine as if there's a person sitting here, there's this person inside the body, they're looking out through your eyes. And we continually let that go. The eyes start to focus and tense, let it go. And the jaw wants to clench, the tongue wants to play, let it go, be still. So we're training ourselves to let go, to surrender control, to become still. It takes practice. So good job out there. Kudos to you. Congratulations for another day. And I thank you again, my friends. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.